The Shin Ride is actually one of the most underutilized rides in grappling. Doesn't matter what type of grappling, be it non-submission grappling or submission grappling. It is very, very effective. It's very simple, but underutilized. So the first thing we need to understand is what on earth is a ride? So a ride is any position that we're taking where we're spending time weighing ourselves on the individual, the opponent. So you have leg rides, hip rides, where we're taking our time and we're putting our weight on our opponent, okay? One very common one is the ball and chain. This is a leg ride, okay? So I'm spending time, I'm not moving, I'm just sitting here, right? It's a ride. Shin ride is we're taking our shin and we're riding it across our opponent. Creates a tremendous amount of pain. This is what enables us to move our opponent. And what we're going to see is that we can actually use this from literally every position imaginable. So what we're going to be doing today is utilizing our shin rides from every position, not just to submit our opponent, but to turn them for wrestling, to create a pin, and to just really just kind of beat somebody up and move them along, okay? So it's very important that we need to be conscious of how we're affecting our opponent, but be very conscious of not putting too much. Let's not break anybody's legs today, okay? Let's be very generous with each other, but let's have fun with how we're actually creating this level of pain, okay? So the concept of a shin ride is this. Where people get this wrong is they go, oh, it's just a staple. So a lot of times you hear in jiu-jitsu, you hear about, oh, staple the opponent. Stapling doesn't do anything. Now, go land back. Okay. What does a staple look like? It has two legs, right? And then a little bridge, right? That's what a staple looks like, right? So when I'm stapling somebody, we're just going like this. See that? And what am I doing? What ends up happening is my shin, the lower part of my shin, is more or less attaching to the person's body, and it's creating somewhat of a barrier so that we are using it to slow down their momentum, but it doesn't really stop anything. Versus a shin ride, actual shin ride, is we're taking right below the knee. We're taking this 3-inch little area right below the knee. This is our ride right here. So when I come in, it's this, okay? You should see his face. This is what I'm doing. The other thing that we're doing, which is very different in the catch style, particularly the Japanese catch style, which is what we're drawing on today with this academic discussion, has to do with skeletal attacks. Okay? Oftentimes you guys see this. Go to, I can open the card. Everybody here has probably seen a knee slice. What are they doing? They're cutting through at the thigh, right? Here's your slice, you're coming through. There's no pain there. What we're doing when we start our shin rides, when I'm coming through, I'm actually coming here at the knee. I'm bringing this up here. This is how I'm locking. See that? You can just tap them from here. Then once I have this here, this is how I'm wrapping my opponent up. So again, my shin, which is this top portion right here, again, this is right where you can measure this. It's a very specific part of the body that you have to use. So when I was training in Japan, this is how I was taught this. And I was taught this with a marker and a stick. So my teacher would put a black marker on my body and on the other people's bodies with an X, and he would take the stick and point and just grind it in. So this is how I learned, this is my attack style, okay? And this is where I am controlling my opponent. Most of the time they're gonna tap from this. If they don't, you just move them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this from every position today. So nothing's gonna be mystery, like covered up. I wanna uncover this from every position, including standing, okay, very important. So what we're gonna start off with first is we're gonna start off just with a basic ankle pick, but when we go to the ankle pick, once we drop our opponent, we're gonna go into a shin ride and finish them with the shin ride, okay? And I'll show you guys how to do it where if you want to finish them, what you're gonna do to finish. And if you just wanna pass and pin, I'll show you guys how to do that too. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is I'm just gonna take my opponent, I'm gonna take a collar tie and a hand grip, okay? Now, very important, when I'm taking my hand grip, it is not above the wrist. Everybody does this incorrectly. The hand grip is always right below the wrist. So I'm looping it at the wrist joint where I'm locking it in, okay? And my fingers, my 3 fingers, 4 fingers, are wrapping at the meat of the hand. Got that? So I'm gonna step in, I'm gonna take my opponent, I'm gonna step and I'm gonna circle my opponent, okay? When I circle my opponent, what I'm gonna do after I'm taking my step and I turn them, so I'm gonna drop in for my ankle pick. Now, how am I gonna set my ankle pick? I'm gonna let go of the collar tie and let go of the hand. I'm dropping in where my blade is gonna be hitting their waist. Okay, right at their hip where it hinges, that's where I want my blade. I'm gonna be punching them. The other thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna take my back hand and I'm gonna cup their heel, like so. So as I drop down, I'm gonna punch and pull. Yeah. As soon as they go to punch and pull, this is where I start my run. Okay, for these double sabers. You grab this here, turn it up. Here I go. Set it. Alright, look at this again. I'm taking my opponent, turning him. When I turn him, I'm going as slow motion as I can because I want you guys to get every piece of this. I'm dropping down. My blade is at the hip. I'm grabbing the ankle. I'm punching and I'm pulling. Boom, he falls down. I'm driving my hand into his knee. When I drive my hand into his knee, I'm going to be riding with my shin. Again, it's this part right here. It's not at the knee, it's not low on the shin. It's right here, it's this 3 inches right below the knee joint. I'm riding here into his knee. I'm going to go as light as possible. As you can see, this foot is already up. So once this foot is already up, I'm setting myself, I'm bringing his foot into my hip, take an underhook, we'll start turning him over. Okay? If I want to finish him, I can ride it here, finish here. I can also slide him down. Now, as I'm sliding him down, it's not any old spot that I'm hitting this. It's just above the ankle joint. This is right, very, very important. There are very specific areas of attack we need to do here. It's not just any old place. When I'm taking this, I'm going to take the ankle joint, or if they're wearing shoes, it's just above where the boot breaks. That's where my shin is going to go. Remember, it's not here, and it's not the knee. It's just below the knee. It's this 3 inches below the knee. When I come in, I'm here, I break it here. Tip it, there's the tap. Okay? It's very simple. I just grind it here. Okay? Very, very simple. Okay, so let's go back up again. Let's look at this one more time. We're going to take this really slow. Okay? Being mindful of your partners when you're working on this today. Okay? I'd rather you be more sensitive and jump off early, but at the same time, you need to understand how to place your weight. I have my collar tie. I have my wrist control, right? I've got the hand. I'm stepping and I'm turning. Once I step and I turn, I'm dropping down. I'm popping, right? So I'm going to be hitting him here at the hip with my blade, and I'm pulling the heel. Pop. So I give you guys a couple choices here. You see how I still have this? This is very important that I still have this. When I break this down, boom, I can come right here. My shin is right here into the knee. When I have it here and I still have this, I'm going to bring this up. See this here? Foot in the hip. You can just turn it in. Okay? There's my tap. Otherwise, I slide it down. Once I bring it down, I slide it down. Remember, it's right above the boot. It's also right above that knot that we all have on our ankle. It's about 1 inch or so above that. Okay? Most people, if they have tattoos, just find that little spot in the tattoo where they do it.
Oh, no tattoo.
Okay. okay? I'm not putting a lot of weight on this, guys. Believe it or not, I'm not putting a lot of weight on this. You make it even worse by pulling up on the toes when you have this, okay? And it's a great pass. Believe it or not, it's a great pass. When you hear you pop it, rip it, take it, boom. Here's my inside heel hook. I can wrap like we do in our Cradle series, right? It gets real nasty really fast. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I want everybody, find somebody about your similar size, okay? The kids are gonna kind of work together. So everybody kind of get a similar size where you can train with, okay? So what we're doing, again, I want you to set that collar tie, circle, drop. We're popping into that ankle pick. Very important, when you hit that ankle pick, I'm using my blade to punch into the hip. As I punch into the hip, I'm grabbing that heel and I'm pulling the heel as I'm punching. I am not letting go of the heel. Do not let go of the heel. As I drop them down, I'm going to pin that knee. I'm either going to shin ride the knee. Remember, what is the ride? The ride is how much time we're spending here. It's not a staple. Okay? I am putting my weight in this position. Okay? And I'm not coming low on my shin. That's where a staple is. When they come low on the shin, and this is kind of hovering over the area. We're not hovering. We're ripping. Okay? This is catch wrestling. So these are rips. So I'm going to take this spot. I'm going to ride it. And the beautiful thing about a ride is you can stay there as long as you want. If somebody wants to move, make them move. The nice thing about these rides is you want to force the person on the bottom to react dramatically. Okay? What we need to focus on is not jumping from a ride to the next position. I want you to ride and make them suffer. When they suffer in the ride, they will give up the position. And that's how you finish them. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's start working on this slow. Obviously, I'll come around the room and work with everybody. But again, really simple. I'm taking my collar tie, I'm stepping and I'm circling. See how I did that? I'm dropping and I'm popping. Call it the drop and pop. Popping at the hip, pulling at the heel. Dropping down, ride at the knee joint. I can also pin the knee, ride at the low part of the shin. Right? Just above the ankle. Make sense? Okay, let's do it. So find some people your size. I want you guys to start thinking of this in sequence. Okay? Think about how somebody's trying to recover. Where are we going next? What are we doing? So we did all this, right? We took them down. Boom. Pop. Turn. Come out. Now, a lot of guys are going to try and turn different ways because they're trying to play jiu-jitsu. We're not playing jiu-jitsu, we're wrestling. Okay? So because we're wrestling, we have different system in terms of how we're going to attack the person. So sometimes they're going to turn over. Here's my ride. Oh, tough. See that? I'm going to have two rides. One, that knee again. Okay, got my knee, I can ride, I come right into a cradle. Number two, that ankle again, here's the ride. Okay, they're already tapping, you don't have to do much to move them on the position. Okay, and then we'll start climbing. One of my favorites is I'm here, what I'm doing is once I pass, everybody knows a leg drag pass, right? So what happens with the leg drag pass? We're coming in. What people typically do is they staple the thigh. This is ineffective. This does not do anything. How do you feel?
I'm chilling.
Chilling.
Oh, no.
He's chilling now?
That's not fun.
That's not fun. Push us down, I'll go here. So when I set my leg drag, we're going to play with this right now. I'm going to set my leg drag. Instead of coming here, once I hit my leg drag, I'm going to drop them all the way down on the top. I'm going to ride the top. And I'm going to hang out. My hips are going to be low. My back knee is coming under his hip, right? And I'm just going to be chilling. So my weight primarily is here. So then when he's trying to wrestle out of the position, I have a really good spot where I can just hang out and chill. Okay? This is where the pain begins. Well, the pain probably began earlier, but this is like, it's just constant torture, guys. I want you to see that when you're working these shin rides, it's very little effort from the top position. Very little effort. Make them work. Make your opponent on the bottom work. It's not about forcing them to stay. Force them to work out. Force them to move. But have them expend all of their energy and their movement. So when I'm sitting here chilling, and I got this, they're like, oh, shit. Just let them go, okay? Let them go to the next one. When we're riding here, we're constantly going to be riding, but it's very specific. When I'm setting my rides, I'm always at joints, okay? These are skeletal attacks. This isn't soft tissue attacks. So my ride is actually here in the hip. Then when I come to the, see, he already knows what's going to happen. I already know what you're When I come onto the jaw, okay, my attack is going to be between the hip and the floating rib. So I'm here to here. Then I'm riding up on the face, right? So the first one, let's just work this leg drag pass. We're already down. Everybody knows this kind of open guard nonsense. So many things to do to attack somebody from here. Look how I grab this. I'm coming inside, grabbing the heel. This is where I get my inside heel hooks all the time. You don't need to lay down to do leg locks. You can have all the standing leg locks you want. When I have this, I'm going to come across. I'm cutting across. When I have this, I'll just drop this to the floor, pinning the ankle joint. And then I'm going to ride here. Okay? I'm riding the top knee. I'm just going to hang out. And I'm blocking here with this leg. Okay? This is where it's very hard for them to start to move. Worst case scenario, I just start putting on my pressure on his head. I can move him however I want. Move him. Control the jaw. Okay? Set that ride. Okay? So right now, what we're going to practice is this. Because this can get very creative. I'm doing something, Tony. You can get very creative with this. Right now, all we're going to do, let's just be real simple. I'm going to take my leg drag. Okay? Remember, I'm cutting inside here. Look how I'm grabbing it. I cannot tell you how important it is to do this. When I'm taking it right above the heel, I'm turning it. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? So when I cut him across, I pin it to the floor. Then my right is right here on his top knee. And then my knee is in his spine. And I'm riding low. See that? I'm not up like this. I'm riding low. Look at my hips. I'm low. Here's my ride. This is where my pins are going to come in. I can start my Nelson game. I can start my double wrist lock. I've got all kinds of stuff right here. But this is where I need to be. Does that make sense? When you hang out here, you can sit here, have tea and crumpets all day long. They're not going anywhere. So I just start playing this ride. Look. This is how we turn it. And if I need to turn him over, boom. See, I'm riding it. Boom, ride, ride. Here's my shin again, where it's at the joint. Okay? It's not at the soft tissue, it's at the joints, guys. So let's just work with the leg drag pass. Leg drag pass to riding the top knee. Okay? Does anybody have any questions?
Once you set the bit, right, over the pass, are you okay being up pretty high, pretty vertical?
Yes.
Just as long as your hips are down.
As long as the hips are down. A lot of times, I like being higher because it allows me to see where I'm going, right? Remember, I want them to work. I don't want to work. I don't want to be labor intensive for myself. I want to burn the bottom guy out. So when I'm here and he's starting to get up, right? This is a good ride for me. He's going to try, he's going to try, he's going to try. Ooh. I've got a power half real quick. And I'm riding right back again, right? So if you notice, what did I do? I was here at the back. So I was here. as he's trying to climb up, I got a power half pretty quickly. It's still my hips are forward. See that? Mm-hmm. Then when I want to turn him over, where's my right? Right at the hip. I'm ripping him again. Right? It's my double wrist lock. I'm not letting go of these rides. Let me take it, I'm gonna hang out. I'm just gonna chill. I want them to fight like hell. I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna hang out. The whole point is I'm not trying to finish them quick. I'm trying to ride the hell out of them to where they burn out psychologically, where they're like, I'm done. Then they're gonna give you, right? This is the true definition of cooking somebody. Ride them to death, right? But ride them with pain that they're more likely gonna tap from the first ride. Because it's brutal. It's really vicious, and most people don't want to go, oh God, yeah, let me do it again. Yeah. Let me see the next one. You know, let them, that anger sit in, and they go, okay, I'm done. Right? All right, so let's work this leg pass. Okay, leg drag to that top knee ride.
Yeah.
Pushing here, and pull, pull here. See, when I'm turning, trying to get this here, and then I'm dropping here. There's two breaking points. Alright? So we have to move out of the reverse in there too. Really careful. To me, it's just like, okay. Pull it out. Position, yes. Pull it. Your training goes. Shoulders. Very good. See how I have this here? When I'm here, I'm going to be dropping my hips deeper, and this is when I'm going to use my chest. Right? So when I start to take this, see how I'm up here? So the blade is here. So when I rip this, I have to come up. See that? Hump in. Yeah. Hump in and rip the neck. This is the hump. Right? Because I want this tied down. So when you're going to put that right. Because if he tries to push off,
I don't care.
see that?
I was sort of trying to hold it on the shoulder, and you're not so concerned about that.
No, I just want to take the thing. Yeah. If you want to go flat, then just you let this go and you go from that side. So from here, right? I don't want to finish in here. I want to take the. I want to Nelson this way. So see how it's going right here? This is how we set the mount to the light. So when I'm here, I already have this. Then I'm coming back this way. So see how I'm twisting it this way? This is where I'm not going to waste this. And then you're not going to. Right? This will work too. This now I want to work. Once I have this, I'm going to rip the head. It doesn't matter. Once I'm here, it doesn't matter. I'm just tied up. You know, the idea is I'm not trying to finish it quick. I want to run. I want to right time. If I'm doing amateur wrestling, the right time counts points. Right? Yeah. If I'm fighting, I want him to fight out. I want him to. Everybody does the same shit. As soon as you bench press, push right the arms. And here. And set the next round. Then take the head off of something. Just constantly take the head off of something. Just ride and move the line. So to your point, when I'm in the line, I don't care about turning over. I just want to head out. Let's have that head off. Because they have to figure out, okay, well, what's more important? What's my priority to get out of position? There's only one that's cool. This is what people miss. They're so quick to try and do this submission. Run. Let them give up. Let them give up. It's going to happen. Right? Trust me. I've been in this team with a lot of times where people never submit you to make a move. Every time you never submit you to make a move. This pressure. That's how it's done. How are you? That's the special. We just have translated in cash. Our DNA is still complicated. All right, keep going.
Taking a recommendation here. So I'm going to do come in cash, stay legal.
You're right.
Yeah, that's where my goal.
I feel like there's a lot of opportunity. I feel
Yeah.
trying to get
Drop your head. This is the recommendation.
and then
So if he's trying to push up on you, right?
feedback. But initially though, it's like this, and then you recommend burying my head and
Yeah.
go like this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Most important because how I'm taking that entry. So I'm here, right? I don't go without this, right? I'm not leg grabbing without this. This is everything. This is cool right here. I have to take this off. So everybody's coming up here. They're just going like this. And then you do the bone.
Good.
There's no pressure. I want pressure, right? So when I pinch you down and I pin it, what are you doing? Push up on. I will.
So you drop it just right on the head and you need to, okay.
It's a different experience. You just have to learn the route. Trust me. So the thing is you have to consider like your question should be, what are they going to do right now? So if you're saying, what are they going to do?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Number one, they can't turn this leg up. You can't bring the legs up. Never done it yet. We got a map. Don't worry. Trust me, we know what we're doing. This one for helping you.
Yes. So I'm just, you're seeing if I got it. We're doing just like mandatory takedowns.
The more you do it, the more you rep it up.
I mean, it's easy, it's always.
You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you. Somebody.
Go for it, so we think we do the team.
Okay. So. All right. So excellent question that came in. Okay, here, pushing this down here. Now look, they can't turn into me because I have this pin. So we know, if we know logically what's the next step in the progression, the next step in the progression is turtle. Okay, so he's riding up into his turtle. Well, do you think I'm going to let him get away with the turtle? Okay, now we're gonna have some real fun. So everybody come around and look at this because this is gonna be pretty nasty. You can go two ways with this, depending on how I want to turn my opponent. Either I'm going to turn my opponent to me, or I turn my opponent away from me. Okay, the one I like to do the most is I like to turn him to me. So what I'm going to do is I drop my knee in, I set it, I turn it. And I have his hip. Then from here I'm taking my rip, crush. Okay? So how did we get here? Look, 90% of you, I don't care who it is, nobody knows how to cover it properly with the turtle. This is not how you do a turtle. Okay? Look, you want to know some catch wrestling, this is how you do it. See how I got these, see how I have these covered? This is how you cover against a footlock. Look very carefully. See how one's on top of the other? This is how I cover it, and I'm crossing my hands. Most people do not do this. As a result, you're prone to attack. Okay? So, go back to your side. Go to your side. Lay down. I'm here. Right? We had this ride. He's coming up. As he's pushing up, I'm just sitting backwards. I am not going chest to back. Okay? This is something you guys are going to have to get used to. We're not going chest to back. My control point is actually from behind his hip. It's not in front of his hip and it's not chest to back. So what I'm doing is my left hand, because I'm on his left side, my left hand is C-clamping right above his elbow. My right hand I'm taking short in his hip. I'm not going long, I'm not going belly button, so I'm not doing full side. I'm going short in the hip. There's a reason why, because this is how I'm going to turn him and you can't counter him. So when I bring this to me, I'm driving it down and I'm turning him. As I turn him, this same arm that was on the tricep is coming up at what we call the ski goggles. Do not come underneath the neck. Okay? Jiu-Jitsu flaws 101. Don't do this. We're ripping here. This is how Uncle Gene taught it. As I'm ripping here, I'm gable gripping, I'm pushing in, ice cream scooping, pushing down. Number one, I want to pop the eyeball. If he pulls my hands down, number two, I'm popping the jaw. If he pulls it down again, he's straightening his neck. Number three, popping the neck. Short. Catch wrestling is all about short attacks, not long. Long is inefficient and prone to defense. Okay? Keep it short. That same spot we're using on the Shin Rides, we use the same spot when we're attacking. Okay, with any type of attack. It's short, it's right here. It's the same 3 inches just on the wrist. Okay, so again, laying down. We have our pass, we're in this ride. Okay, he's super strong, he's coming up to a turtle. That's fine. I'm sitting behind him. Look. My ride is very important, is at the Achilles tendon. Okay, the ride's at the Achilles tendon, right above the shoe. Okay, if they're not wearing shoes, just measure it out. It's got to be here. Okay? Like I said, my teacher in Japan, he would put the X and would use a stick. Go here. All right, so we're here. I'm taking that same spot. And I'm pulling it towards me, and I'm ripping his hip at the same time. As I'm doing it, this is coming around, ripping here, finish. Okay? So it's going to look like this. I'm here, I'm riding, he's coming up, no problem. I got this here. Tight, rip and pull. Cut, sit back, finish. Okay? Questions?
For the finish, are you trying to put counter pressure on the shoulder, or I don't really see what you're doing there?
Okay. So as I'm cutting here, my chest is coming behind his head. Most important is jaw is turned to the shoulder. Okay, it's this. Okay, this is the easiest way for me to show it without the arms. Jaw, shoulder, head, push down. Okay, so when I'm here, Gene used to all these little fucked up things. Everywhere. So I'm here now. Most important also, sit up. My knee is aligned with the spine. Okay? Why is my knee aligned with the spine? Because I don't want him turning out on me. I want to manipulate that blind. Okay? If I don't have this, I'm not going to have what I want. If I'm wide, I don't have the stability. See how he's turning? If I'm here, there's no turn. Turn. The more he turns, when my knee is aligned with the spine, the worse it is for him. Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm ice cream scooping. Everybody's been to an ice cream store. They scoop, right? Scoop, scoop, scoop. We're ice cream scooping.
Oh my god.
Okay? These are quick kills. Now, the beauty of this, even in competitive wrestling, amateur wrestling, okay? You can do this as long as you're not under the jaw. Got that? You can absolutely do this to turn somebody over for a pin. So as I'm turning him, I'm ripping, ski goggles, turn it down, wrap him down, wrap for your pin. Okay? 100% legal. As long as you're not under the jaw, 100% legal for amateur wrestling. Cut, turn, down, set your pin. Okay? So I don't want to hear anybody say, is that legal? Screw legal. I want violence, okay? Make them have fear. It does not matter. You can make the adjustment. Okay? Now look, let's do it again. One more time. Got my ride. He's coming up. No problem. Remember, I'm turning it in to me. See how I'm bringing this to me? I'm sitting it. I'm here. It's short. Pull it. It's a quick kill. Okay? Doesn't even matter if I lose it. If he turns to his belly, then we got our bulldogs and all kinds of stuff. Okay? You guys ready to try this? All we're doing is we're going from that knee right, the shin right on his knee, that top knee. Our opponent's turning into a turtle. When we go to turtle, we're riding them to us. And then we're taking that rip. At the ski goggles, okay, it's got to be up here. That way, the reason why is that way you have 3 submissions, guys. Okay, here, they move it, they pull it down. This is inevitably what happens. Somebody defends. They go from the head, the eyes, they pull it down. You're at the jaw. The jaw, this is exactly what Khabib did to Conor McGregor, what Khamzat Chimaev did to Robert Whittaker. The jaw. This is a catch wrestling submission. They pull down again, you're coming under the neck, but do a short choke. Do not bring this across. Okay? We're going to stop with the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu and we're going to learn to actually kill people. Make sense? Okay, let's go. A lot of times on the turn, a lot of times on the turn, they're real tight. Okay, so when you think judo, when you think judo, you're super tight. You're not getting in. Okay, so what am I going to do? Knee is going right into the tailbone. I'm setting low and back. This is where people make the mistake. Everybody's going chest to back. You have no control when you go chest to back when you're doing this. Okay, I need to be back. See, I'm sitting back, I'm bumping. When I bump, turn. Okay? So be considerate. If somebody's got a real tight turtle, line up behind them. Okay? Like a slingshot. Your knee, your trail leg is going to be launching into their tailbone. Boop. Ride. Turn. Crush. Okay? So you have to line it up. Take your time with it. When they're here, especially with judo, they're not looking to explode out. They want to be, I've been with judo because they're so tight. But you know what? It doesn't matter how tight they are. My knee, my trail leg knee is way stronger than however tight they are. Now, I'm not just coming straight, I'm coming under and up. See that? Thank you, Sir Fernando Judo, for teaching me this 30 years ago. knees coming under. So again, it's an ice cream scoop, right? So that ice cream scoop, when I'm coming up into the butthole, rip it. Okay? That's where we need to be. So it doesn't matter how they turn over. So if we go back to that side, we're going to our side ride, right? Going to our right, he's going to turtle. I lost these super tight, no problem. Up, look, up. Does that make sense to everybody? I'm not coming straight. I don't want you coming down. I want up, ride. Make sense? All right, try that. Let's go. Make sure your shin right is the lower of your Achilles. You're not lifting too quickly, right? So don't lift it up, right? Right? Like you kickstart the motion. And now, sit back, pressure here. Yeah. There you go. Sit back, Jason. Walk it back. Remember, walk it back. Good. Keep being slow. Line again.
Do you see how hard you did it, Tim?
So here, watch it. Still here. I'm just moving back about 4 inches, 5 inches. So here, you're going a little too far. I want this pressure here. Move it back. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want still want to like this. Thank you. Right. There's a turtle. Too low. I want that higher. Very easily. No, on the rip. So that knot is like, yes, now that. Go. Yes. And take this down. Yeah. There. Yeah. Science of items is very precise. Very good. Stay behind you. You too much that way. Okay. Stay, line yourself up so you're here. Okay. Right here. Okay. Okay. Everyone, yeah. more guys, and then we're going to the next ride.
Think about it. Focus on the back. A little back.
All right, let's go to the next one, guys. Okay, so we're hitting a turn to us, right? So let's hit the ride turning away from us. So same thing, right? So they come up. Go to the side. Go way down. So we had this, right? He's coming up into his turtles. Have a good ride. He's coming up. This time, I want to turn him away. Okay? Why? Maybe I want to pin him. Maybe I want to beat him up some other way. So once I pop him, this time, you know how we pulled our shin to our body? This time we're going to pull the other way. We're going to push. Ooh, I love that. Then I'm coming across. See how I have this leg? Drop my elbow, wrap into my cradle. Now, for those of you at the cradle clinic, you already know this is what we do. So I have my cradle here. See that? A lot of times I'll figure four my leg. This is a great way to keep them pinned and submit them. I can kick out, let that go. I still have my arm here, right? Kicks out again. Slide this up. Take my underhook, have my blade flat, sit through. Here's my choke. Okay, so let's look at this again. This is one of my favorites because I love cradles. I love any way I can get a cradle, I'll take it. So, he's riding up in the turtle. I'm popping him. When I pop him, I'm going to turn him the other way. So as I'm riding, I'm taking my shin ride away from me, I'm riding it. I hook his leg. So I'm hooking it. I got my crossface, I got my pin. Remove my arm behind his head. Remember, elbow behind the head. Walk this in. Come up to my knees, hook. Once I hook, I wrap. Once I wrap, I roll. Can let everything go, doesn't matter. I just play it. There's so many ways to play this cradle, guys, it's not even funny. I can change the legs. If you notice, I did the bottom leg. Whatever's in front of me, I'm going to take it. You can take your top leg, bottom leg. If I want to be real mean, right, I take this back. Once I take my figure four, I hip in, bring this down, and have a little fun, right? There's my tap, let it go. Now remember, here's something really key. When I set this choke, most people do this wrong where they're trying to cup the jaw. I'm not cupping the jaw. I want my hand flat. So I'm going the back of my palm to his chest, top of my palm to my chest. So as I roll up to underhook, it's flat. I have a blade. So we're chest to chest blade. Once I have this underhook, stretch out, and I'm going to baseball slide through, and I'm going to take my elbow to my ribs. There's my tap. Okay, let's look at this again. Got my ride. It's coming up. Now this time, remember, I'm turning him the other way. So I'm still going to bump him. This time I'm going to shoot it out. Shin right out. Shin right out. Whoop. Take that hook. I've got his leg. Come around. Okay. There's a lot of things I can do from here. I can even finish another shin right from here, which we'll get into. But see how I already have this cradle set up? Look at the leg. I already have the leg. I'm going to shoot my arm through. But what I'm doing, where people make the mistake, is they try to bring the head in. No. Walk to the head. Then bring your elbow down and then take your S grip. Then once you take your cradle, you're there. Come right up that ankle. Hang on. Okay? One more time. Anybody have any questions as I'm doing this? No? Okay. So we're here, I'm popping him, rolling him forward. Roll forward. Set that right. Hook. A lot of times, even if he's trying to come up, this is when I'm going to hit that crossface. So he's trying to still come up into me. Boom. Crossface him, he's pushing my arm off. Thank you. I want him to push my arm off. That way I can get behind his head. Now when I'm behind his head, I want to get the top of the head. That's what's going to bring him in. I'm walking, I'm wrapping, and I'm rolling. Okay? Here's my pin. If you guys are doing wrestling, here's your pin. It's over. You want to take that figure 4, sit here with it. It's over even better. I promise you, they're not getting out of this. Okay? If you want to let this go for the submission, let it all go. Palm flat. Okay? Do not cup the jaw. You're not going to get a tight submission. Flat. Want this all the way in flat. I'm shooting up and I'm underhooking the forearm. Once I underhook the forearm, this is here. Again, here's a pin. Very common pin right here. It's a great pin. If I want to finish him, sit through, elbow through. Okay. Any questions? No? All right, let's go. Get to it. Toby, drop your elbow to the floor first. Put your hand behind the spine. Left hand behind the spine.
A lot of steps.
Yes. Now drive your elbow to his back of his head.
I'll feel it first.
Yes. Now round. There you go. Now bring your arm inside. No. Bring your arm inside the leg. Leg. Yes. Now roll your back. Yes, beautiful. Before that, hip in. Yeah, done. So you got the knee bar right there. Let's go. Let the next one go. Palm flat, palm flat, palm flat. Yeah. Now slide up. Take that underhook. Take the underhook. Slide through. Elbow to the chest. Or elbow to the ribs. You keep them flat. See how he's on the side? Flatten them out. Flatten them out. Flatten them out. All the way. Go back. Go back to your feet. 93. No, before you go case it, go flat. Flatten his body out. Yes. Now see what it looks like there. Elbow. Yeah. Keep the pin first. Okay. Figure 4 that. Flat. Figure 4 your leg. The ankle. Hip it. Pull down, hip it.
Now, this feels awkward. How should I act with my hands?
The S grip is fine. Yeah, so let me see, go back. Okay, so you drive them forward, right? Drive forward. So look at top leg. Walking to you. Now, go for elbow. Put your hand flat.
Should be easy, right?
That's when you can take the right. So here, here, ride this. Stay up. Hooking this. Oh, so see how I have my hand at your spine? Right. So as I bring this here, I'm wrapping this inside. I'm going to step out just so I can connect. It doesn't matter if your arm's in or out. So once I have that, see that? That's already done. So I'll let this go. Come under here. I want to keep this flat. So see how I got my pin here? So once I have my pin here, I'll turn this in. On flat. Go. Roll. Hit in. Hit. Huh? You spikes it. It did? Yeah. That's the ball hit in. Hit in. You got 2 feet forward. You got 2 feet forward. There you go. You're off his ankles. Flat. Hand. Reserve the forearm. Baseball side. Elbows and wrists. Yeah. Key is when you have this. You know, sitting is right. A lot of times we try and come back like this. You see that? So hook. See on here? And then push on arm. You see? When I'm going to take this, you super flexible, right? So when I'm here, I take this from before. Yeah, I get it. Right? See how I'm getting in? Then I'll let it go. I still have this S grip, right? So see how I have this flat? Keep it flat, because he's going to kick out. And then just set the pin. See, look how I'm getting on my hips are. See how my hips are low? I got this here. And then slide through. And keep it there.
You know what?
There you go. Now bring it to his head. This? Yes. Now wrap his head. There you go. Walk it, walk it, walk it. Now roll it back. There you go. Beautiful. Man. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. You're that in part. It's a real clean look. And then from here, I want this shooting all over through. Okay, so this way towards me. Towards me now. Person. Yeah. So just what? Yeah. Put your head in. Yes. So once you pop it, turn this way, right? So no, push the other way. Shin. So he's gonna follow straight, right? Yeah. Now walk towards the center. Walk towards the center. Cradle. Yeah, lift his leg. Walk your body is after. Walk your body is. Keep walking, keep walking. Let's go. He's doing That's good. Roll your side first. Roll your back. Roll your back.
He's too happy.
He's not coming out. Yeah, you got to keep
Like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now go then.
Drop it.
Where you go? Why do you do this?
Yeah, that's right. So you gotta lock your head.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, you gotta let that go. Okay, I got it. You wanna let it go? Yes,
And then he's good on the gym.
Take that palm flat. Flat. Yeah, you flat on the shoulder first. Just like
So head first, get your hips on the ground. Rotate your hips back so your hips is facing the ground. Yeah, pin me. Go down the chest, pin. Yeah, both of my shoulders down.
here.
Now rotate your hips.
So I let this go, right? I let the cradle go. See how this is flat? I want this flat. As we ready to go. So now when I come up, turn my
What? It's all
I'm making pancakes the sand is
I
dry.
was close.
So I'm saying, it's not, no, right? If I turn out your mouth, it's not very. So if he tries to get up, here's my command.
Relax here first.
He's not going to. So now, I want to finish him, turn him in,
Now,
and bring my elbow in.
where's that cross section?
You wanted me. You wanted me. I don't care if you told you I thought.
Get in.
Like this.
Get in. Drop your legs there. There.
I don't know.
And raise your underarm. Raise your underarm. Now what is looks like this. Now what's like this. Don't jump steps.
I didn't know.
Let's see, go. See you. Yeah, forward. Okay. Forward. Okay. Walk first head. Walk first head. Walk first head. Walk first head. Practice it. Now, take your arms to here. Yeah. Cradle. That's good. Moving back. No, wait. There you go. Good. Yep. There's your good. All I want you to do. This is not going to be a good thing. Oh, I'm doing it. Will you wait? You wait. Yeah, you gotta go as hard, quick. So, he's still on the side. Slightly walk towards here. Now, here, before that, there you go. Here, always think pin first. Getting it wrong, because I'm on top of the sign, right? Try to keep the shoulders flat. Once you keep the shoulders flat, then you keep that.
That's for my first see how I'm on.
Shoulders flat.
Right here?
That's like,
I encourage you to the blackboard. Follow this through. And that's when I go for the break.
okay, lovely side, beautiful. I always want you guys grounded, so as soon as you said that right, as soon as you said that right,
There you go. Bend your elbow. Yeah, you want to come over the that's good. That's good. There you go.
so you go right and forward. So, process. There, yeah. No, don't turn over, don't go that way. Come back. Around his head.
Okay.
Around his head. Right? That's grip. Now roll to the shoulder. Roll. Roll. There you go. So I'm here. Watch on you. Ready? So as it rains, you're here. Set my cross face this way. So you see how I'm collecting the leg? Look how I'm collecting this leg, right? So look at my elbow. My elbow's coming into his head, back of his head, and wrapping his neck. Now I'm taking my S grip behind his knee. See, I'm taking this grip behind his knee, my left at his ankle, and I'm going to roll my shoulder. And I'm here. See that? Oh, he's not getting out. He's not getting out. This is good. This is your pin. Okay. Make sense?
There you go.
Do that. Huh?
There you go. There you go.
Yes, nice, Jason. Right, lower. Yes. So now you have both. You have the knee bar and you have the this. Now you move your shoulder.
What you're doing is you're not focusing, you're not capturing
Yes.
the leg of the S.
Pull down the shoulder. Beautiful. Here's your pin. He's keeping your shoulders flat. Couple more guys, then we go to the next one. Let's go. Jason, go cross facing. When you set that right, when you first set the right, hit it. Yes. So I want this close down because that way you can put this in. That's okay. There you go. And roll over. Yeah.
Now, getting the full cradle though, here I am. How do I transition to that choker shot? From tapping that in.
So here, and here, right in here, so right? Here, shoulder cradle. Wrap it. Reverse it. And roll. So now when I'm done with this, I'm going to let this go. Keep this here. I shoot yarn.
Okay, so you're letting it.
I'm letting everything go. And I'm shooting this underneath. So see how I have this?
Gotcha.
So I have this and this. So even if he tries to go up on me, roll towards me. Check this out. I'm always going to do this. I have to go past it. So then once I'm here, so
Just let the shoulder pass over you.
higher up, go ahead and strong. I'm just good. If you go lower, you start to wobble in the head. It's still a lot harder for me to record that. It's like lower. Lower. So you can wrap it in. Lower, so you can wrap it in. Lower, so you can wrap this in. Great. There you go. Tap. Hook. You gotta get that under your cross. guys, let's do one more. Quickly. Whatever. Okay, look. Go to your back. Okay. I could literally do this all day. We don't have a lot of time, but I'm going to show you probably the most important shin ride you're ever going to learn in your life. The armbar escape. When you're dealing with jiu-jitsu people, they're always doing armbars from the ground. Okay, so if you're stuck with an armbar, okay, just going to do this armbar. Okay, just going to throw his leg over. Okay, now, a couple things. This is, I'm telling you, you start using this shin ride, you will never get armbarred again. Number one, I'm going to replace my palm, okay? I don't want my palm up to extend, I want my palm down. If I can get my palm down, great. If I can't, I just don't want it up like this. Now, I'm going to be doing a couple things. One, I'm grabbing his thigh with the opposite arm, okay? Number two, I'm going to be taking my trail leg and it's going to be going behind his spine, okay? Right in that tailbone. Does everybody get that so far? So my pressure is going forward. Number three, I'm going to be shin riding his face. Number four, clear. And then you can go right into your double wrist lock. Here, you notice what I'm going to do. Okay, let's look at this again. Never get caught in an armbar from the guard again. I swear to God, if you get caught in an armbar from the guard again, I'm coming in to hurt you. This is it. This is all you need to know. Okay, so he's setting his armbar flat. Boom, 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 boom. Don't care. I'm coming up. Look at the pressure here. This pressure is reducing his rotation and extension, cupping his thigh. Now, I'm going to be live toes, and I'm going to turn. I'm going to pivot. As I pivot, my shin ride's coming across his jaw. And pull up. Okay? Do it one more time. Tony, come here. No, actually, Jamal, come here.
So when that hand goes down,
Yeah.
I've noticed you're leaning kind of slowly.
Yeah.
You grab your arm too to make
Yeah,
it.
no, you can, but the most important thing is I want to grab the rod.
That was a good one.
Okay, armbar. We're on the biggest guy. He's the biggest guy in the room. I promise you he's not going to armbar me. Grabbing here. I am anchoring behind his tailbone. You see that? It's reducing the extension and rotation. He's not going to armbar me. But I want to get out. My knee is going to ride his face. All right? Punish for everything they do. Now, somebody's going to say to me, is that legal in a jiu-jitsu tournament? I follow the IBJJF. Number one, screw the IBJJF. I do not subscribe to anything Gracie Baja does. I don't care. If it's an issue for you, we're going to shin ride the ribs, and I'll show you right now. So if Carlino says you can't do that in one of his tournaments, watch this. Go, same thing. Boom, boom. Up. So, Gracie Baja says you can't ride the face. We are going to ride the ribs. Same thing, up on the ribs. Actually, a lot of times it's worse. Grab the toe hold. Finish.
But can you ride the neck?
I don't pay attention to the tournament rules.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yeah, as long as you come riding the jaw, neck, whatever, just shin ride it.
So on the shoulder side,
Oh.
are you entering? I'm sorry, the ribs you're entering over the shoulder, and then
Depends on where their arm is. Yeah. All I want is I want the ribs here. You got that? So I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here. I'm cutting it.
does it work? Can you ride the shoulder? Does it work? If
You can, as long as you have that. The thing is, I want to create a submission. I want to pin them. So theoretically, yes, you can do the ribs, you can do the shoulder, you can do the jaw. Obviously, when you get to the head, that's going to be the most effective. I like the ribs also because if I can break their ribs while we're doing this, remember, I want to punish them. There's got to be a punishment for any attack, right? Think catch wrestling. There has to be a punishment for the attack. Yes, you can play with the shoulder if you just want to clear it. At the end of the day, if I'm going to do the shoulder, then I'm going to go right into the double wrist lock because I'll have the shoulder pin and then I can right into the double wrist lock. Okay, does this make sense? You guys want to try it? Okay, let's go.